Somebody died in this notebook.
Stuff happens. Are you happy?
That book is very wet.
Someone died.
Somebody died in this notebook.
What's that? Something else. Is it sticky?
I don't want to try. I don't want to find out.
Slightly damp.
With sort of dark red blobs on it.
Look to the mothers. And the dried flowers in it.
Oh, okay, that's reassuring.
Oh, so it just smells lovely.
It's a very wholesome reason.
Oh, it actually does smell beautiful. It smells quite good.
I thought someone had died in here, so everyone. Oh,
Would you like to see Sanders' dried flowers after the game? They're good. Like, some of them came out really well.
As long as it's framing our fan art.
Yes, then come on. Right.
Right, I have my murder notebook. I don't believe this dried flowers thing.
Game faces, people. Let's do this. Here we go.
Oh no.
That's got to be the start of the show, though, surely.
Yeah, surely.
Good.
The outtake, yeah. Duh.
Sanders' dried flowers.
Notebook.
Hello and welcome back to the Super Fun Time Happy D&D session. Woo! Are we all having super fun happy times?
Yes. We have pizza, we have muffins, we're happy.
Hooray! So same announcements as always. It's super fun times. Again, we're still using dice from Critic.
Oh my gosh.
So thank you, Dom, for those. They're fantastic.
Mine's a turtle. Mine's a wolf.
Mine's a lion.
And we're going to jump straight into the game.
My dragons.
Are they? Yes, that looks right colours.
Unfortunately, Matt wasn't here last time,
Yes.
which happens in D&D games.
We had to do
It's
that.
quite a time commitment. I'm sure lots of people who have played before will be able to tell you. So I'll leave it to the players to bring him up to speed with what happened. So let me pick on somebody. Catherine.
Yes.
What happened from Hessia's point of view? So
That's a very different question from what happened.
We'll do a little spotlight just on you two together.
Okay.
So you just left the camp. You would remember being chased by werewolves and running as hard as you have possibly run and being exhausted, like beyond words exhausted.
That was 90%
Your
of my
legs
summary.
could no longer carry you, exhausted. You got to the camp,
Okay.
pretty much passed out. Had a tarot reading, which you can't really remember much about, because you were still really tired, and now you're on your way again, full of stew.
Okay.
Yeah.
Feeling recovered now.
Good stew.
Good old
Good stew.
There we go. So, we'll do it just before you're leaving. We'll rewind a little bit just to bring you up to speed.
Eric kill a messenger bird.
Yeah.
Yes, he did, but we didn't
Good on Eric.
get the message though.
Ah, well. It's really far away. That's my one.
Well, let's share.
So, Hessia, if you want to, in-game and in-character, anyone who else wants to be there, I know it's a bit kind of forced roleplay on you, just while
Just
Hessia...
explaining what happened
In
while you
character,
were
please.
basically... Okay.
Yeah. Where are we going and what are we doing?
What's the last thing you remember?
I remember booking it as fast as I could. From scary creatures.
Yeah, we did that for quite a long time. We ran and we ran and we ran and we ran, and then do you remember when the things came out, the trees, and attacked us, the wolves?
Yes, I remember that. We killed quite a few of them and then we ran.
No, when it
like
happened
hell.
again.
Again, the second time, yes.
Yeah.
There was a
And then
big
time
wolf
after
as
that.
well.
No,
I felt like
after.
I was seeing things. No, there was more.
Just before we got to the gypsy camp.
They're not the same ones. Okay, no, I don't remember that one.
No, you fell over and he rescued you. It was touching.
Oh, yeah. How many people did I rescue
You rescued
that time?
everybody.
Gabriel living up to his name.
As it's... You remember being dragged, you don't know who did it really, but you remember being dragged into the camp, slipping over and being muddy.
I ran over you and then you saved
no.
him.
No, it wasn't Jackal who slipped, it wasn't
No, it was
No, it's me.
It's Mark. It's Mark.
Oh, it's Mark.
Mark.
Also
You-
me. I
yeah.
twisted my ankle.
You twisted your ankle, I carried you, then I threw you, it's Mark by the floor.
And
I turned into...
And this is why you have 4 legs instead of 2.
And then I basically made myself into 4 people. 2 of my fake people got crushed by a werewolf, and then
Very
I threw
large
his Mark into the camp, and then told him to shush, and then went and played some patter cake with some kids while doing some magic.
So we got to the camp.
Shouted at.
Got to the camp, and then it's the same lot who we saw before, and they Remember they sent us to sleep and then we woke up and there was mist everywhere?
I
remember how they did that?
Not really. I remember being very dirty and I remember really cleaning myself thoroughly, but that's about all I remember.
Okay.
Like a cat.
So basically, we're with them again, and they've not sent us off into some weird shadow void this time,
So
which
we're
is
still in the hellhole place.
we're still in the same place.
And it's still their fault.
Still their fault. And you remember how when we first met, you were trying to rescue that girl or take a girl home. You had a girl. Yes, she's still missing. And also then we went
They fucked up. They were supposed to take her home and they didn't. She's here now.
Okay, we're going to
somewhere.
dwell on that.
Wow.
So that's on our list,
I assume
by the way.
we've cut ties with these people then, considering
No, we
were
haven't.
so horrible to us and broke all their promises.
Apparently we're trusting them and doing the thing that they want us to do.
Yeah. And then we also went to see an old lady with tarot cards, and you were kind of you were there, but not really. Some might say you were kind of like a ghost in the equation, which is quite good because she gave you the ghost card. And he got like a Raven Queen, and it was all really weird.
No. He drew the priest, but without turning it over, he then swapped the cards. And then the one that I had originally drawn, he turned over. And it was the Raven. And the one that I turned over was the priest. So that happened, and it was terrifying.
And they gave us a load of advice about how to save the day.
Okay.
And so off we go to do that.
We got left.
When we get to a crossroads where Strahd's castle is, and we don't go towards the castle.
Yeah.
So as you're brought up to speed,
Quite fast.
So we're helping them out.
Oh no, we're getting Ismark and his sister to the
Far away.
to the sea.
So we're just leaving.
your kind of exhausted mind remembers the words that were said to you by Madame Eva. You kind of remember it's the sort of smell that comes back to you first, and it's that kind of incensey, smoky smell of her tent. You've still got the card.
Yes.
And as you kind of hold it and look at it, you can remember her words. And they were, I see a fallen paladin of a fallen order of knights. He lingers like a ghost in a dead dragon's lair.
And he's going to help us greatly.
At least it's a dead dragon.
And what she said in regards to that was... the card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness.
Somewhere along the lines as well, we were told we'd go past a windmill, but we shouldn't go into it.
Don't like windmills.
A windmill is bad.
You met a nice lady who you would have spent some time with in the camp at Jackal. Her name was Rena. She let you sleep in her tent and saw how exhausted you were, and gave you quite a large portion of stew. She was quite a quiet lady. Can anyone remember the name of the quite happy, friendly chap?
Oh, Igor, something, or...
Gregovich? I don't know.
What a weird name.
Gregory.
Gustav.
Gregory was
No, that
the
was
big
the other guy.
bear-like man
Yeah, that man.
with the children.
Yeah, he was fun.
I can't remember the happy chap.
The happy chap was called Araj. Arahja.
Oh God, that is a
And he was the husband of Rena. You stayed in his tent.
Yeah.
He was probably the first... He seemed quite openly happy and friendly person that you've met. From all of your knowledge of these people, they do seem a bit dodgy. Not completely open with the truth, not openly lying, it would seem, but they're not been that forthcoming And it seems from all of your encounters with them, if you don't ask them the very direct, very carefully worded question, they'll give you a roundabout answer. As you leave their camp behind, you've been told you've got about a day's very hard travel ahead of you to get to the town. Can anyone tell me the name of the town you're trying to reach?
No, I cannot.
We can get into the town.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a city and a cathedral. That's all I remember.
It's a walled town of Vallaki.
Vallaki has it.
I've got some really strange notes.
I've got Krezzik written down.
No information about what that was to do with.
Do you want to share your strange notes?
I've got "is no fun, is no blinksy" written down, which I vaguely remember, but I can't remember in what
Wasn't that one of
context.
the kids who kept saying that?
One of the ghost kids.
Is no fun.
Kept saying what, sorry?
Is no fun, is no blinksy.
Is no fun, is no blinksy was on a tag on a very small doll.
Oh, yeah.
The girl that you're trying to find, the little girl that you're trying
Oh, yes, okay. I will
When you say little girl, I think she was
draw a
like...
line between those two.
to... Oh, and we did a scribe for a little...
Oh, for one of the Vastani girls.
Yeah.
Arabelle.
There's a Vastani girl.
And she's in a fisherman's hut
Yeah, with a
beside the
giraffe
lake
man.
of the
Walled City.
by the walled city that we're heading to. So we're going to head towards
Kill two birds,
that
one stone.
first because
Literally
it's closer
with
than
And maybe getting them to owe us even more.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, but she's the daughter of the other Vastani family that work for
Strahd.
But they have a potion or
Okay.
something that will be
But
good.
yeah.
Does good stuff. I
So-
can't remember what.
You were told by Raptka, who seemed to have an issue with these two brothers.
Lavash and Arabelle.
Oh, indeed. His
The Bash
sister's probably there. That
And Arabelle.
was the one that caused us to be all in.
Oh, yeah,
What was that, sorry?
The sister seems to be to blame for us being left in the mists.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. That's not the
Because
person
she's
we're saying.
working for Strahd as well.
She's also missing, isn't she? Or she's
she's with
wandered off.
the
Oh, so she's with the
two brothers.
the other people.
Raptka kind of said to you that they don't travel across the river that much, that they keep to this side. That they're not particularly welcomed. The Vastani aren't really welcomed in Vallaki.
And there was another Vastani who released a messenger bird. An Eric.
The lady.
The very nicely put
Pretty
together
made-up
lady,
lady.
who didn't really want to talk to us. We tried, and it was very stilted conversation.
There we go. Well remembered for last time. We got there in a roundabout way.
Just about. Whew.
What I remember and what Hetty remembers are quite different things.
Yeah.
So it was like,
I have bad memory.
So, should we get this moving?
I have good memory, I just can't
Excellent.
say it.
You find yourself on the road. Eric has just beaten this other bird that was released. And you definitely saw, Gabriel, that it had on its leg a message of some description. You didn't, unfortunately, be able to get it.
Nope.
As it fell, not in the Tsar pool, but in the small woodlands near it. Well, not small, big woodlands near it.
Can't be worried to search for it.
Irina and Ismark are still with you.
We've got to keep Irina kind of quiet as well. No one needs to know that she's who she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we should use her as a meat shield.
When Strahd's
we should and we
involved.
have.
We have used her as a meat shield. Yeah, I've used her as a meat shield. Or rather a bargaining chip.
Against
So we'll
Strahd.
catch up to where we were last time. You've kind of travelled down for maybe 2 hours on this path. This is a much more natural trail used by the Vastani, not the main road that you were on. It kind of goes round near the river that leads into this big pool And then you get to the waterfall that we saw just at the end of the last game. This would be
2 paths, weren't there?
yeah, a natural, beautiful thing if it was somewhere else. If it was somewhere that it was getting here by the sunlight, it would be fantastic. But here it's kind of this eerie, silent breakingness to it. Sorry, that's not really good English very at all. When you're in Barovia, there's this just constant suffocating silence, and this breaks it. But not in a pleasant way. It's just kind of like constant white noise there, the splashing of this water. You just want to look at it and see the sunlight hit it and to see what would be going on, but instead it just feels like this, what could be a natural wonder, has been muted by it, unfortunately. Your pace, how fast are you moving at, and what sort of formation are you going in? Yeah? What sort of pace are you setting?
Active, but taking it easy, like a fast walk.
What do people want to be doing while they're walking? So you can be doing something called map making, which means it'll be harder for you to get lost. And if you do need to go off track, as long as you keep doing that, you can sort of find your way back. You can be foraging, trying to find stuff to eat, or you can be on the lookout.
I'd be lookout.
Yep.
Map make.
Yep.
I'll be lookout as well with Eric.
I'm going to forage. Why not?
Yeah, I'll forage with Red, and I'll be at the front. Second with...
Nice. Ah, at the front together.
Both foragers, just give me a little survival roll, please.
20.
Oh, nice.
13.
Oh, very good for both of you. Nice. You surprisingly, as you're going along this road just past the waterfall, on one of the rocks, eyeball what you're pretty sure would be some edible mushrooms.
Nice mushrooms.
To kind of nothing really special to them, reasonably tasty. What you've seen out here so far, has been pretty slim pickings. Mm-hmm. It has been root vegetable kind of stuff underground that likes to grow without too much, not particularly tasty, but this is a pleasant surprise.
Nice.
And you find not quite as nice, but again, some supplies, so you don't need to rely on anyone else for your own. And those mushrooms are probably enough for 2, maybe 3 other people to stretch out your rations.
Cool. So I think we've still got a few rations.
We took quite a lot with us, didn't we?
We took quite a few.
The pace you've set is solid, but not stupid.
We're still tired.
Those on lookout, can you give me a perception roll, please? So who's at the bay front?
Constance and
The forager.
Red.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then give me a perception roll, you might see it first. I'm guessing you're all pretty close together, aren't you?
Yeah.
Was that a 1?
Yeah.
Hestia walks into a tree.
I got a 15, 16.
I'm looking out at my own face in a mirror.
As you've seen this druid go and pick up these mushrooms, you start thinking about tasty things, and your mind wanders, and you find yourself thinking about pasties.
My lovely pasty.
Wouldn't they be tasty right about
It
now?
was a good pasty.
What is the kind of chat like as you're travelling? Are people talking amongst yourself? Is it quiet?
As much as Red can say out loud, I suppose.
Are you trusting each other at all? Is it like open chatting, or is it everyone kind of keeping them? Because
Red is still quite closed off.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be chatty, trying to get people to open up more.
Okay.
Constance is asking Red questions occasionally about things that might be edible that probably aren't edible. Just to sort of make conversation.
The responses will probably be either yes, no, or various images. She's still getting the hang of the whole talking out loud thing.
Ismark will be at the front with you, helping you find a campsite as he was last time.
Great. Red is just a constant stream of eye rolling.
And
every time he points some way, she's like...
Irina will be travelling at the back with you guys. So it's kind of just pleasantries, but no one's being that open with each other. Okay.
Yes. Still don't quite trust you guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to know people.
So Papa Wolf trusted you.
Yes, so.
Why wouldn't he?
Well, you trusted us enough to sacrifice himself.
It's true.
I may have forced your hand slightly there by shooting him.
In the slight distance, Gabriel, you see off just to the left of the road, a little bit way past the kind of waterfall road. So on your route, you can see a hangman's block, and there is someone hanging from it at the moment.
Oh. How fresh are we talking?
You'd see it first, and before long, everyone else it would come into your view. You can't really miss it.
Anyway, squeamish as a guy being hung over the same.
There's no
Red just gives you a look of...
Yep.
Yeah.
Is this a fresh body or a
fresh
long hanging?
Are you going over?
Well, Eric will. Eric's seeing if there's some eyes to pluck out. This boy's hungry.
Yeah. Flies over?
Yeah.
As Eric flies over, you can see this gentle, as your eyes are glazed over.
Swaying it.
Or white, yeah. You can hear first the kind of gentle creaking as it hangs and just sways in the wind. It's got quite longish hair over his face, as Eric, you're used to seeing dead bodies.
Yeah.
Eric comes in and looks up. As it does, you're looking into your own face. As you see your own head.
My actual own
your
face.
own face.
Yeah. Awesome.
What would Gabriel do?
Poke it, Eric.
Pardon?
Tell Eric to poke it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Command Eric to peck it. Peck the swaying man.
Peck the corpse.
Peck my dead corpse.
Yep. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Are we seeing the same thing?
You're not as close, so you're probably...
Okay, so we're still tottering along.
Yeah.
Yeah, still toddling.
You've seen Eric sort of flutter over.
Yeah.
Is he on the path, the hanged man, or off the path?
Just off, just.
Okay, so we're probably walking... Still on the path, but I guess we're going to end up walking past it at some point. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it starts pecking out your own eye on this corpse.
A moment.
Pardon? Yeah.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
You can come back now, Eric.
Yeah.
That's weird. I didn't tell you these what I've seen.
Plodding along.
Yep.
Again, you can hear this gentle creaking. You can't see the face. A male figure hung in kind of ratty, flea-bitten clothes. Looks like it's been there a while. Irina's kind of shielding her face, and Ismark looks at it and kind of puts himself in between it or the body and Irina.
Are there any signs or anything? Because usually when they hang people, they'll put something saying a warning or why that person was hung.
No, it looks
all right. So just
like it. This is an old structure for sure.
Okay. Alrighty then. Just walk past it then.
So look at me as I walk past it. We've got
You have to get a little bit closer.
I'll go a little bit closer. Just to double check.
Yeah. As you come and look with your own eyes. No, you can see the kind of rotting and smell the rotting flesh, and you see that there's a body that had been there long dead.
Eric had a good meal. Come on, fat boy. Send it to Eric and then carry on joining these lot.
As you turn away to walk away, give me an initiative roll.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And we have a grand total of brilliant, a 7.
You catch movement out of the corner of your eye.
Yep.
As you're just turning your head away, you're 100% sure whatever was hanging there has just moved.
Wait.
And you're within reach of it. What do you do?
Swing round and silver crossbow bolt into it.
Yep. As you give me a roll to hit.
I'll use my crossbow and look one actually. That would be a 22.
Nice.
That's a 1d8 plus 2. So that is 7 points of damage with a silver arrow, with a silver bolt.
So with trained reflexes, crossbow comes up, one fluid movement, load it and launch the crossbow into it. As soon as you spin round and you launch it and you take a second, you can hear it gently swaying in the wind, but you're sure you saw one of its arms or the shadow of something coming up to get you. But as you've then shot this thing into it, the crossbow into its head, there's no movement from it.
It's already dead.
Just making sure.
I'm guessing we're all sort of watching.
You'd all hear this sudden movement and then turn around to see that Gabriel has just put a crossbow in this thing's head.
Okay. Red's gonna jog over and sort of cock head quizzically.
That is what Hetty would have said. It's already dead.
Just making sure it's dead.
And
What a sort of move. Pull the bolt out of its head. Flick off the brain gunk.
Yep.
Reload my crossbow. Horse for that.
Red's gonna grab you by a bit of clothing and just pull you back to the path.
It's fine.
As you continue on the road, did that shake you at all or not, Gabriel?
I don't think it would
Is he
have, because
staying
I've
cool?
seen visions of that, like that kind of stuff before.
Yeah.
I think with the Raven Queen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I've
that
seen
statue,
dead
yeah.
and stuff.
He's pretty calm and cool. Collected.
Yeah.
As you continue to travel for a little bit, you have your lunchtime rations. Jakul, as you go into your bag that you got from Ismark and Irina's to carry all of your kit, you find something extra in it. It is currently underneath your cushion on your chair.
Oh, no way.
Oh my god! You told us you didn't set up the tarot cards.
Oh, very cool.
It's a map! It's a map!
You find a handwritten note.
Yes, I do. Shall I read it out?
It's up to you. Jakul. In character.
Okay. Jakul, Madam Eva foretold that a dragon would need my sight to bring light to the land. For many years I did not understand what she meant, but I believe I now do. Arja loved Damia as he would have his own daughter, and was hurt by her actions towards you. He wanted me to tell you no one is past redemption if they have people to help. I'll give it to myself.
And also you find...
No, I don't keep this to myself.
So have you read that out loud or read that to yourself?
I read it to myself.
Okay.
It seems we missed this when we were packing. I will present it to him.
Alright, where are we? There's the castle.
So it does look old. It's hand-drawn.
That's where's the hanging noose? There's the river that came over.
It's very cool.
We don't go that way, we go this way. Don't go to Castle Ravenloft. There's the windmill.
I'm very suspicious of the windmill.
And that's what the place I wrote down.
The
There we are.
windmill is the windmill is important enough to get its own landmark. Probably.
I think we should go to the windmill personally.
Oh, there's nothing over here, that windmill. Apart from grain.
Raven the past.
It's beautiful.
It is a very pretty map.
I like how it's dotted with wax as well. Nice touch.
There's a lot of dice rolling going
Yeah,
on over there. I'm nervous.
Which
Very
one is
stressful.
Arja?
Arja was the pleasant, friendly gentleman. You remember, and Rena was his wife,
Okay.
who was very quiet and kind of kept herself-ish to herself.
That at the camp.
Yeah, she was friendly
then.
and made you the stew,
We
or
were
helped
there
with the
when we
stew
were
and
at
gave
camp
you.
by the lake.
Okay, I'll let everyone read the letter then as well. I'll pass it around. And see.
Okay.
I don't think we're on this track here. We need to cross the bridge there and go up and take a left. That isn't the same hangman's noose that we just carried because there's only one on it.
The hangman's noose on the picture, is that the hangman's noose that we just passed?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
No, I reckon we're about here on this. We're just about to cross
Okay.
another bridge over the river.
Right.
I get Eric to fly up and then basically for him to look directly down on me.
Yep.
Do I see a bridge crossing the river again, close to the castle?
No, you've crossed that one.
You've crossed that one, so we're walking up to the castle's on our right, and there's a gate to our
It
left.
is indeed. You're coming up to that bit.
Okay, cool.
You're coming up to that split.
Yeah, fine. We need to take a left. My eyes turned back to green.
Okay, so we're coming up along here.
That's good to know.
Should I put that in the middle? Or
Yeah.
you can. It's yours. It's your president.
Thanks.
Balance it on the buttons.
Irina will come and speak to the group as you're kind of looking at this. I was always warned by my father to be wary of the Vastani, that they couldn't always be trusted and that you'd get a lot of half-truths. They seem to respect family a great deal.
Do they respect your family?
Within themselves. It does feel like they must have had a disagreement between these two families to cause such a rift.
Must have been a hell of an argument if it's caused one side to join Strahd.
I don't think they've joined them. I think they've just decided that it's better this way than the other way.
Father always used to say that some of them were happy with how Strahd treats the land and some weren't. That's the only difference. They all support him one way or another. Whether there's truth in that, I don't know.
What time of day is it roughly?
You probably made it to about 11, 12.
Cool. Right.
From what you've seen of this map, and probably your knowledge nature with you pinpointing, if you hit a good pace, this pace, without stopping too much, you should hit the town as the sun is going down. Ish.
Yeah.
You don't know how accurate this map is.
No, because there's no key on it, but
Nightfall bad.
yeah.
He just always used to warn me that not to trust them completely.
Wow, we definitely don't trust them completely.
All of them will have, I'm sure, their own motives for what they're doing. But I'm glad we're going to try and save this girl, right?
Yes.
Red just goes back to the front, carries on setting the pace. Keep walking.
So no one's going to... when she says that, does anyone reply to her?
And so everyone has their own goals in life. Some nastier than others.
Death.
But we are going to try and save Arabelle.
I believe so.
If we can get to the
I
fisherman's
don't
hut.
see why not.
Good.
I don't quite see it on here though.
Old.
Old. Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Hopefully those gates aren't there on the road still, because that'll be a bit of an issue to get through.
Hessia.
You can just take the other path.
I can open gates. Well, it depends. Yeah, I can open gates. We'll work it out.
You set pace again. You start shifting it again. The road starts to go uphill now. Bear with me. Sorry.
Grapevine. Was there something about that in our
Grapes.
prophecies, isn't it?
I've got the mother's tomb in mind.
Crypt of a wizard. A castle amid ruins.
Is there a dragon?
Treasure in a castle
A
beneath
mountain.
mountain guarded by giants. Something exactly that. A dragon's lair, that could be anywhere. Or mother's tomb. That was the other one.
Ravenloft.
Is that a giant on a hill?
Yeah, it looks like maybe a Wickerman.
Seems fine.
I'm sure it's fine, whatever it is.
As
Definitely
you
won't try and murder us really horribly very quickly.
No.
as you look back now, you can see the hangman noose, and you can see the waterfall here as it drops down. Looking forwards, you can see the way the path sort of clings to this cliff face, go around to the left, and the terrain has changed since you've crossed the river, becoming much rockier and steeper as you're starting to sort of climb up a little bit. Not up too high, as you get a little bit higher and then start making your way around. The wind starts to kind of whip around the side now as you're kind of not on like a sheer cliff face to the right hand side of you, but definitely the ground starts going up.
You wouldn't want to fall
higher.
down it.
Pardon?
You wouldn't want to fall down.
No.
Would not be pleasant.
As you're all walking, studying the map or in quiet contemplation, you're setting a good pace.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can see the road splits to the left and to the right, but you see stood facing to the right stands a carriage that you've seen before.
Oh no.
No, thank you.
Is by any chance pulled by lots of black horses?
It is indeed pulled by lots of black horses. As they
It might have my
stand,
shadow inside.
they stand statue still. There is no driver on it,
Oh yeah.
and it stands facing the road to the right.
Red immediately pulls up.
We get past it quickly.
We maybe go off and skirt it
I'd go
off
pull.
the side.
Don't investigate it.
No, pull you by the scruffy.
Let's get off the path a bit.
We can't get off the path, can we?
It's
There's a cliff on the right,
On
but there's
cliff
a,
on
on
the
the left there's not.
So you'd have to go downhill a little bit to the left, and you'd have to then come back onto the road at some point to get to where you're going.
Yeah.
From what you can see, as you look round to the left, you can see.
But would it be like hidden from the cart maybe, or
I think we'd need to.
It'd be a job
Stealth
to
it.
get round.
There's nobody on it. Let's just go.
Let's just go past it.
go
Or
past it?
Everyone give me a perception.
we should give it a ride.
I can't do any worse than last.
Steal it.
14.
18.
Is it perception, yeah?
Yeah.
19.
21.
So everyone can see it.
19.
13.
Oh, nice. Yep. You can, from looking at it, the horses are standing unnaturally still. There's no movement to them really at all, apart from the natural wind just moving their manes and their tail. But there's no driver, and there doesn't seem to be anyone around it. It's hard to see inside it. and you're not 100% sure if there's anyone in there, but you don't see any movement coming from inside the carriage.
I would go closer to investigate. If you want to pull me back, you can, but she would try and go towards it.
No, I am going to continue holding on to the scruff of your neck and carrying. Just no. No. I assume that's why I did so badly in the perception test.
What are the
We can pass it quickly,
Where
I
are
reckon.
we? We're here.
Yeah, I think we're at the split.
So we keep going. So that's still because it's going
It's going
towards
towards Strahd.
Castle Ravenloft. So why don't we just go the other way?
But isn't that
just past
interesting? But then
Red will point towards the other path and just.
Yes, I agree. Let's go.
Yeah. Gonna sneak,
dodge it.
just
Yeah.
skirt around it, down the other path to the left, towards the gate. If there is a gate there.
You'll all regret this.
There goes our transport.
Exactly.
I just one for straight walking past it. I'm looking through the window. Let's see.
So you're going to just walk past it on the road?
Just skirt.
Yeah,
give it a.
Against my better judgment.
Give it a not a really wide berth, but give it a bit of space.
Stay on the road, but stay on the
And then
opposite side of the road to it.
As you kind of approach it, the mist seems a bit thicker
Well, it doesn't.
than it was around it. And as you get to 30 foot away, something like that, you hear which breaks this sort of silence. I'm guessing you're all in silence as you kind of approach it. You hear from one of the horses and a little shake of its mane. So it then sort of stands very still again. As you
Don't think this is weird. Don't think it's interesting.
Irina looks deadly worried, and she would grab onto Constance, and she'll kind of grab onto one of your arms with both of hers.
Well, now you've got her and you've got her.
Let's keep going.
I'd tell Eric, don't you dare. You're not having their shiny eyeballs just yet. And carry on walking.
Hesia, your heart definitely is racing in your chest. Do you remember what happened last time you saw this?
Yes, that's why I want to go and look.
You can feel the loudest thing you can hear is your heart racing in your chest, which becomes slightly tighter as you're breathing here, as you're looking around in this fog. As you walk past the rear of it, it is a beautiful black carriage.
I'm sure it is.
As you get through within 20, 10, 5 feet, who's at the front? Whereabouts are you?
Just behind, but with you and
Irina.
just sort of here. So technically I'm fourth now.
Oh my god, I have such an idea what I'm going to do.
As you get to the side of the carriage, sort of skirting it on this tight road, you hear and then the gentle swinging open.
Can I try and make the horses bolt?
You can attempt.
I don't like that phrase.
As soon as I hear that click of the door swinging open, I would like to cast 3 sets of...
So it'd be one, then another,
then another one.
Unfortunately,
Basically, I'm going to make tremors.
So you're gonna
try and tremor the ground underneath the the stagecoach.
Describe how you invoke this magic.
I think it is just
as the spell.
It's just like a curse, isn't it? I'm just going to do it like curses, I think. So I'm just going to do some supernatural. And that's
what spell are you using?
I'm using Thaumaturgy. I'm going to basically do the tremor. I'm then also going to create sounds of...
we'll do the tremor first.
Okay.
So
It just happens.
Those at the front, as you're walking past, you hear the click as the door swings open. You feel like your heart's about to jump out your throat as you spin round. You can tell from here the cart is completely empty. There's no one inside it. Immediately, though, you feel a tremor just go through the earth. The horses, you hear again this little
And then
snort from them. Everyone else, what do you do?
Pause, like, while the tremors happen and sort of duck down slightly.
Weapon out, shield out.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to...
you feel your arm gets gripped tightly.
Then I'm going
I'm
to...
still trying to pull
And I
free.
tighten my grip on Essia.
Then I'm going to do the correct sound of a large mountain lion roar.
What, is the spell got verbal, or is it just with your hands?
It's verbal, so I'm basically whispering and then a spell like almost like a cursey way.
You'd know that a spell has been cast.
Yeah, I have the same one, so
Okay,
I probably recognise it.
You'd recognise it. You hear the sound of this mountain lion. Do the sound for me, please, Johnny.
Hey, I have to do the elk sound.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
You do the elk
Didn't
sound.
you hear me do the elk? Oh, that was lovely.
I can't roar. No, because if I roar, it's just going to sound like a sexy roar.
Go on. Gotta do it.
Let's hear your sexy roar, come on.
No, I've got a huge grin on my face. I can't roar.
Do sexy roar.
I'm not an animal.
Do a sexy roar.
Like a house cat. I'm just going to sound like a house
Angry
cat.
house cat.
Oh, God.
What does it sound like, please, Johnny?
I guess.
Nice.
I guess.
I want to go sexy house
sexy
cat.
The horses have got these blinkers on, but you can see their ears. They are incredibly well trained, if it is training or supernatural. But you can see their ears pop up, and they do take a couple of steps forwards. And
So I'm going to combine with yours and add in a second lion from similar, just, so it sounds like there's a whole load coming out.
And Red is going to join in as well and add a wolf into the mix.
Wait for it. I've got one more.
as a variety, what's your last one?
The last one is going to be a sound of a whip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Sexy whip to go with the sexy lion.
Yeah,
Sexy danger.
I'll give you that. Yeah, they bolt. But not in the door slams shut. And they move with precision and well-trained. They are in perfect sync with each other, these four horses. And they start making their way up this trail. Their ears then flick straight forwards as they now become focused on the job that they're doing, as they're moving and galloping as fast as any horses that you've seen. They're moving precisely together as a well-trained unit of four horses as the cart starts to zoom up. If it wasn't for these horses, it would look dangerous, but it looks precise as it starts tearing its way up towards Castle Ravenloft.
Red just sort of does a...
Now we move quicker.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Sorry, Constance.
All fine.
So I'm guessing we're going
Left.
far away from Castle
Yeah.
Ravenloft.
Yes.
And I say to Arena, I think that was for you. And then push them all on. I still haven't got your...
You still got me.
colour.
Just in case.
Thank you for what you did. You're kind of not really sure who did what. And redoubles her efforts in setting a fast pace. Do you guys stop for food, or do you eat as you're moving?
Eat as we move, I guess.
Yeah.
We're on
As
a,
we move,
we're
I'm
booking
going
it.
to Red's going to produce flame and have this mushroom at the end of her spear.
Like a little mushroom kebab for something.
Yeah.
Love it.
Quite tasty. Yum,
Yeah,
yum,
just like on the end of the spear, just a couple of mushrooms.
I'm sharing some bread with Fat Boy on my shoulder.
Yep. He's enjoying it.
He's a skeleton. Why
He's not a skeleton.
He's undead.
Okay.
He's not undead. He's just a raven.
I thought he was undead. I thought he was vaguely skeletal.
No,
We had-
he's an actual raven.
Yeah, but we have like that situation where you detected something or other undead or something like that.
You start making your way down.
I looked at him, and he was very clearly not alive.
As you take this left-hand side, you start making your way downhill, and you can see slightly in the distance what you've seen before. These large stone gates. You saw one when you very first came into Barovia, and you didn't know where you were in the mist. It's a matching one. This one is as damaged and ill repair. In its prime, this must have been magnificent. Who's at the back?
Well,
I'll be at the back.
To be fair, I was still at the back with.
Yeah.
You walk past these big statues on the side of it. It looks like a gate that could be closed, but is wide open. Whether or not this gate could function at all, it looks completely rusted. As you look over your shoulder, you can see up into the distance, standing magnificently on this mountain top, Castle Ravenloft. Just in this mist, this kind of silhouette of it. You can't pick out detail, but it towers huge in the sky. Just this kind of black outline, blurred by the mist, but ultimately amazing. Going down the hill, the terrain changes. You're no longer in this kind of mountainous, you're moving back to the more familiar old woods that you've been in before.
Yeah. Love the woods.
The path snakes its way through. It does look like it has been travelled. There's definitely been stuff which has moved along here. You see the occasional large paw print from something big as it crosses from one side of the forest to the other, but they all look quite old.
Okay. Can I investigate it anyway, like with nature?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, it's 6. No, 7.
Wolven of some description.
Dog-like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only like the one print that you get.
Right.
Can everyone give me a perception as you're making good time through this woodland?
20.
Pardon?
20.
21.
1.
16.
Oh,
That's some nice dice.
It's because you're still grabbing onto it.
yeah.
It's like, we're not even close to the carriage anymore.
You get the overwhelming feeling that you are being watched.
Get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me.
Yeah. So immediately
you
back
were to
on
be
guard.
trusted.
So not just setting a pace anymore. Now active, looking around.
Yeah.
I imagine you smacking me in the face with your tail. Just like,
To those two who are currently bickering, she sort of shows the image of eyes in the trees. And the idea, like...
The silence is still suffocating in these woodlands. You hear the occasional creak as a tree branch moves. And as it does, Hessia, it brings your memory back to when you fell in the forest. You were sure as you were running there was no branch there.
There was no branch there.
But something tricked you.
Red is going to take out her pan flutes.
That'll help.
Fill the silence.
You play?
Yeah. Yeah, just nothing too fancy, just absent-mindedly.
Nice.
Now we can't hear it when people come and try and kill us.
You make your way
guys.
out of this woodlands and it kind of becomes more of an open plains with a couple of large hills as you sort of snake round and bring yourself back round to the west. you're setting a good pace. You're happy with how the journey's going, and nothing's really slowed you down, apart from the carriage very briefly. All of you, as you kind of bend round this hill, can see in the distance, stood on a path that veers off to the left, slowly turning. What looks like an old, disused windmill.
Oh, it's disused. Nothing useful in there. Let's carry on.
Red sort of tugs at somebody's... Who would be closest? She's at the front. Who's going to be closest?
I'll be towards the back.
Constance probably. She's going to tug at your clothes and sort of point at the windmill
We were warned not to go there, weren't we?
Yeah.
It turns.
Cocks ahead, why?
It is turning. You can see...
Turning. And then that makes something turn. And then two big things, stones, mashed together.
Den?
Food. Bread. She
carries on walking. She also sort of looks at the hand gestures
good at explaining with hands.
The sort of mud. You'd walk past the path that kind of veers off to it quite quickly. You'd get to that. You can see there are definitely some footprints leading up to it.
Investigate.
Could you have a little look?
Yeah, I'm going to have a survival. Yeah, that's good.
Investigation.
Identify what it is. That would be a 14.
Human.
Yay.
Some of them definitely adolescent.
Okay. Any particular smells or anything stands out? Can you see from the shape of the shoe, the footprint, if they're
missing girl size?
Male or female? Are they quite delicate?
Like a stiletto.
Are they quite delicate looking footprints? Or are they quite average?
Quite small, even for the adult, and close together.
So little footprints, and they go towards.
They do both ways.
Oh, they go. So they go towards the
and away from it.
Oh, towards and away. Okay.
Do all the small footprints come away, or? No.
But only you would have seen this.
Yeah.
No one else has.
Yeah,
we were told to avoid this windmill, right?
What are you looking at?
There's also a lot of
she's literally on the floor, looking at these footprints. She indicates to them and shows that there's lots of them.
Not a huge amount, but they do.
A few.
Yeah. A few sets.
Few sets, and then she points at the smaller ones and child, and then indicates to the shoes coming back, and there only being one set.
Yep. I have a suspicion.
Food?
Yes. I think you're right.
Her face just drops.
And Hesia's lights up.
No more pasties. No more pasties for you.
Then we should save the girls.
Are they recent? Any of them recent?
Do I know how recent they're oldish?
Well, I hear
the one that you pick is.
So the slightly bigger set.
Couple of days.
Okay, so she sort of goes
How long ago did we leave Barovia?
A few days.
Only been a
Well,
few
we're in
days,
Barovia
hasn't it?
still.
But the town,
village.
Village.
Is it like Liechtenstein or
I think it's the town of Barovia. Yeah.
Luxembourg and Luxembourg.
So you were in the village of Barovia.
Yeah. In Barovia. In the country of Barovia.
It's like Luxembourg. You're in Luxembourg,
I think
guys.
it's been
Don't worry.
a few days.
Yeah, it's been a couple of days.
So what is the question you're asking me?
My question is, how long has it taken us to get from the village of Barovia to here?
Is it since leaving or leaving the lady with the pasties?
Leaving the lady with the pasties.
So
we spent a day there.
And the night after that.
You spent a night there, then you left.
And then we've had a night in the house.
2 nights, 3 nights. So 4 nights in total.
And these are a couple days old. She shows she shows the image of the sun cycling twice.
I hate this.
Is it 2 days back or 2 days forward?
back to the sunlight going the other way.
Constance feels her blood start to sort of boil at what she's sort of putting together.
Yeah. If this is what we think it is,
Should call it
we need
as well.
to stop this. We need to stop this.
Let's go down the path towards the windmill.
What about Ismark and Lorena?
They can come with us at the windmill.
As you start to move, Ismark. No.
Red immediately goes up to him and just grabs him by whatever she can grab and just...
We must get Irina to safety.
Did you
we'll get that.
not know about this lady who makes pasties
What was her
out
name?
of children?
Gwyn.
We've been warned not to come
Morgana,
here.
I think her name
Morgana,
was.
yeah.
We have been warned not to come here, and also if Arabelle is in that fisherman's hut, we've got a choice of either coming in here or going to that fisher's hut before we get into town.
Irina sort of turns to Ismark. Ismark, brother, these are your people now. We must make this land better for them.
On the map, it looks like there may be a bit of a shortcut where the path loops back on itself.
Through the wood,
terrain
Ismark
look like
looks.
that?
Through that woodlands. Yes, that would...
So what, go through the windmill, then cut into the town?
Cut past,
Is-
so off the path.
is a large wood, and it's easy to get turned around.
We've got
Even
We've
for
got that
skilled
one.
trackers, it's dangerous. There is a reason the path goes the way it does.
Presumably to avoid this
Wood.
and point to the windmill.
Ismark turns back to Irina. I know these are my people now, but you are my sister. You are more important than me, than anything and anyone. Once you are safe, then maybe I could hire people to investigate this. But we cannot just simply travel the land, righting all of the wrongs.
Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? That seems to be why we've been pulled over here to do whatever it is we're supposed to be doing.
Strahd.
Strahd, yeah,
I
Strahd.
bet Strahd's to blame for this.
A great evil built on top of much smaller evils.
As you say just the name again, you see Ismark kind of looks around.
Red gives him a very sharp... No, not even a toe. She gives him a sharp punch to the hip.
Yeah.
Because I think that's all she can reach.
Kidney punches already.
Can I ask Eric a question?
Of course you can.
Because I guess I talk to him occasionally to see what he thinks and the Queen thinks. Does our Queen think that this is a good thing to clear out?
Definitely not.
No.
No.
Okay.
You talking to your bird again?
Yep.
No, definitely not.
So he gives he just shakes his head, don't go there, basically.
So he's not hyper intelligent. He can't
No.
he can't see the reward in going there.
No. Okay.
He can't see what you win by going there at all.
There's no win that way. Put it bluntly.
Pack first. She says, pointing to Irina and Ismark because they're a pack.
This land is quite horrible. The faster we can kill Strahd, the faster we can right all the wrongs.
So we're just going to ignore dead children no more.
No. I don't think I can do that.
Red's just going to wait for the people with the moral compass to decide.
I cast divine sense in the direction of the house. The women,
Women.
rather.
Yeah, too far.
Too far.
Too far. You invoke it. You look to it. You can't pick anything up at this distance, unfortunately.
Are the footsteps like?
Are they evil footsteps?
Yeah, they could be.
Evil footsteps.
The most recent footsteps were 2 days old.
Is that the big one going away? Or
Yeah.
Although I think they're roughly, they would have got, I think they went in and out in the same day, I think.
Or they just went in.
Or I could check the other footsteps to see how long they were in there for.
You can have a look.
Yeah, I'll check the ones coming away
As
from the
you're
house.
spending some time.
Yeah.
The
That is a
longer we-
14 again.
The longer we stay out here, though, discussing if we're going in this windmill or out the windmill, we're losing light. So sooner or later, we're going to have to camp by this windmill.
No, we can't camp outside.
Come
Bismarck
back.
pops in.
There, we agree. Do we go or do we stay?
So do we know
Go.
if the
Come back.
most recent one's going
Yeah.
towards the windmill?
Yeah, so I looked at the ones. So the ones going towards the windmill, about a couple days old. I'm now looking at the single
As
set coming back.
you're comparing the sort of time order that they go in, one's coming out first,
Okay.
and then they go back
And they come back
3 or 4 days later.
to go collect.
So-
oh.
So she may be
So-
there.
So the ones coming out are maybe a week old, and the ones going back are maybe 3
Okay.
days
So
old.
it's
She
Something like that.
shows that, so the cycles of the sun again. So she points at the ones coming out as the first ones and shows 7
So there
cycles.
could be kids in there now.
And then these ones, 2 backwards cycles.
Is it when they're going in? Is it just like a single, or just like a couple, or like just
I
2
think
sets of footprints at a
there's-
time?
it's-
or-
2 this time. There's 2 sets of
Yeah.
footprints.
So there's the
Gone
original
out,
set.
They found a child. They've
Yeah,
brought
but
the child
it's
back.
going
They're making
one at a
pasties.
time. It's not like
So
most likely that child
we
is dead.
can
Easier.
stop this, or we can condone child murder. That's your choice.
No.
Are you just saying this because you want a child pasty?
Also, I don't condone child murder. I think we should.
If there's a chance of this child being alive,
If they're already dead,
can't.
then I mean they do taste good. But if they're not dead, then we should do something about that.
Should we put it to a vote?
Yeah.
Those in favour of child murder, put your hands up. Great, guess we're going in the windmill.
Red is just looking very confused. Just thinking, votes. What?
I've hired you to help me get Irina to safety.
Fine, let's go. Fine. I'll put you down on my list of pro-child murderers. Yeah, great, thank you. Let's go. Thanks, Bismarck. I didn't think I'd be signing with a tiefling here, but...
His head drops down slightly.
Denied. Too soon?
You start along the trail again?
Yes.
We're going to the windmill or away from the windmill?
Apparently we condone child murder and we're not going to go and save the children.
Red rolls her eyes and puffs and just barges past, elbowing kneecaps out of the way towards the windmill. I'm following.
We're going to
Like stomping and huffing.
right.
And she just walks up to the door and just knocks it and just stands there like
We're sending a child.
she's just like she's just looking at you like
Right, you want a pasty, you go with the child. I'll hide in the bush. We never really
Red
covered this
sort
sort of thing.
Red sort of look. She said, she's basically look at her face. She's younger than all of you.
Yeah.
She looks like a child.
So,
So she's just gone up and gone.
Guess we dive into the bushes.
She just goes.
The unexpected has happened.
I love Red so much.
She just has no time for this argument. Y'all are just gonna argue about this.
Jackal, you feel something get slipped into your pocket.
Okay.
Oh.
It is a scroll that casts false life.
Okay.
sorry, bear with me.
You don't have to have the components when it's a scroll. You can just read it. Basically, you just read the scroll network.
Okay.
Red
By
is
some
going to
one
make
use
an
only.
executive decision.
Okay.
She's going to very quickly take the spear out and throw it towards somebody to keep.
Everybody roll a dexterity save. It just means
She wasn't it wouldn't even hit you there. It would hit you there. Oh, right in the crotch. Red's going to also start crying. She's going to start so it's Red right by rubbing her eyes.
You should go with her.
I am casting invisibility on myself and coming with you.
Yeah, so she's taken the spear off and thrown it towards these guys who are going to dive in the bushes. Rubbing her eyes, she started to make herself look teary.
Is there anywhere to hide? Is there any outbuildings or anything nearby that we can...
Okay.
We have the unexpected.
This is... And then we cut back a little bit and I'll tell you what's happened. Okay. So, this large... You can see, as you approach it, along your path, you can see... You can see a door.
Uh-huh.
You can see a window above that, and you can see a window about that. There's a dome to the top of it. You can see the 4 sails. One of them looks torn to pieces. 2 look in disrepair, and 1 is okay. But somehow it is just gently turning and creaking as it does. The whole building itself, on top of this hill, is slightly ajar, leaning to the side.
The leaning windmill of Barovia.
I like this plan.
This can't go wrong, can it?
As you approach the door, who's approaching the door?
Hello. But I'm invisible.
Oh, yeah.
Where's everyone else?
Is there anywhere to hide nearby?
Hard to be. From here, you can see the surrounding landscape relatively well.
It has to be open because it's a windmill.
Yeah.
Sides of the windmill is what's...
There's one window.
To the front, yeah, everything kind of faces the way that you're coming in. So if you went right round to the side of the windmill, yes, you could stand there.
We'll do that then.
As you kind of skirt around it, you can see...
Is there a fence post that I can put? Is there a fence post that I can rest Eric on that looks at the front door?
On the wind, just going round really slowly. Yes, I can see.
You can see the door on what would be the second floor, the top window. You know, you get that kind of little wooden walkway is completely disintegrated. It's no longer standing where they would walk to repair the sails. As you walk round, you can see there are windows facing each direction. They're at kind of northeast, southeast. They're at those diagonal corners. But if you were standing next to it, you could get between the windows, so you can't be seen. As you approach, you get eyeballed by a raven, which is sat atop the doorway. You're maybe 30 foot away at the moment. It's just looking at you. Its head slightly to the side.
Red's already started to look teary.
I've done my spellcasting roll. It wasn't a 1. We're okay.
Could you give me an insight or nature, please?
That is a 18, 13, 14, 15, 17.
As you approach and get to within about 15 foot of the door, the raven hops off and gives a squawk. You've heard ravens do these squawks before to other ravens, and you would know this straight away because Eric puts danger up as it does a squawk of danger.
She thinks towards the bird of question what danger, which. And she puts an image of wolf, bear, human to show.
And
yeah, that's right. Ravens talk to me too.
Shows you the picture of the little lady that you saw before.
Was it the lady who had a nice basket of pasties?
They were good pasties.
Who had a little boy, by the wrist.
Yeah.
Who who had been sold by his parents for some pasties.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They were really good. It's kind of understandable.
Unless you ate one.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It tasted good pasty.
Yeesh.
They're already dead, you might as well.
Waste not.
It's not one, not.
Shrug. Yeah.
I'm sure they were entirely
Difficult times,
innocuous
difficult
cannibalistic
measures.
pasties. I'm sure there was nothing
Going on for pizza.
else.
Bear with me, sorry.
Bears with him.
It's because we didn't blow the bloody doors off. We didn't just kick the door in and go, right, we're going to be heroes.
Our plan is much better.
I like
Trying
it.
to thumbs up.
Thanks.
That's the one I want. Sorry.
Decoy child.
He
Invisible
wasn't
tiefling.
expecting us to come here at all, I think.
She looks like a child. She's so little.
I don't know why we just don't take them to the town then. To be fair, we've got to take her to the
You should
church,
go
don't
with
we?
her as the adult who's selling her for a pasty.
That's not happening.
You can make yourself look like anyone.
I've got her.
Let's sell a child to a pasty.
I will protect our little halfling. It's like payback for the whole wolf thing.
So, you get the image back. The Raven seems taken back for a second. Yeah, genuine, but seems intrigued by you. As it looks up and sees you with Eric as well, and its head goes to that angle that they do. Its head then jerks back towards you. As you give it this image, and it gives you the image of a small lady. And then the lady offering food to a raven, and it accepting and then falling over. Then you see another image of the small little lady. And the last image you see is a lady with very dark skin, black hair, small horns coming out, long fingers with nails coming out, a hand to the side with something glowing over the top of it, some kind of energy. This raven's eyes lock onto you while it's doing this. And then you see that image 3 times.
As in, next to each other, or one after the other?
Next to each other.
Mm-hmm. She shows
give me a... What knowledges have you got?
Oh God, I don't know. What knowledges do I have?
I don't think you get knowledge in this
nature,
game.
maybe.
Nature or
You've got...
Skills.
Investigation.
I mean,
Give me a knowledge nature.
knowledge, nature.
There's a
Sure.
chance you might know.
I can re-roll that. That was 1. There you go, 16.
Look like some kind of hag.
Ooh. She shows that image. The image of the hag.
Who to? You can do it to one person at a time.
Are you invisible at the
I'm
minute?
invisible, but I'm like right next. Like I'd have my. You know I'm
so
there.
yeah, she'd show that to you first. So the 3 hags,
Yeah.
then to Gabriel, but also with the pasty and the raven.
Give me a perception as you're doing
Walking
this, because
Dead.
it's like 6 seconds.
Yeah.
6 seconds. You've got to focus on who you're doing it for.
20.
You can hear movement inside.
Okay, she's gonna stop, and she's gonna walk up to the door.
There could be 3 of them.
Yeah, she's gonna walk up to the door. She's gonna rub eyes, blink, start.
I am
Getting the tears
right
up.
behind- You can feel me right
The
behind
raven,
you.
again, puts its head to the side and gives you another squawk of danger.
She just sort of looks at it and goes,
This isn't going to go well.
Okay, what you say is what you say.
and it's just.
You hear some slow footprints or footsteps come over
I didn't cough.
Towards the door as it opens slowly. There's this kind of deep, musky air with the scent of well-cooked, nice meat and pastry kind of wafts out. As there's this small little lady there. She looks old, hunched over, maybe 5'1", 5'2", leaning heavily on a walking stick. Yes.
Help!
Oh, child. 1 second.
Revving engines, getting ready to go.
It's the little old lady on a motorbike.
Danger.
That's the Raven's danger noise.
Oh, child, what is wrong?
And lost wolves.
Oh. Come in. As she kind of looks around and she sees the Raven. Those who can see her, give me an insight. So where's everyone? You've sort of snuck around to the side.
I'm near
I'm
it.
still around the side, but I'm looking for.
I'm guessing it's just only us two.
Ismark and Irina are way on the road. They have not come anywhere near you.
1 with a -1, so 0.
8. So
The others, you wouldn't see it.
Nope.
Unless, where's Eric?
Eric
on
was
the-
put on the post, in the door.
Give me.
Let me check his.
Critical failed on the insight.
Give me an Eric perception.
I don't know. Is it perception? Is it?
Yeah.
But I'm looking through his eyes, so.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So you can. I think use his still. I'm not sure. Or use yours.
I don't know if he hasn't skill for insight.
Use yours. That's fine.
I don't have one anyway, so I'm going to check if
Just
he's
give me
got
a
one.
D20.
Let's see if he has one. No, he's only got skills perception.
Let's roll a D20. Let's roll it.
We're at 13.
What did you get, sorry?
13. With no pluses. If it was perception, it would have been 17.
1 and a -1. 0. Critical fail. Not great. Too busy being
So we got his bonuses on him. No, he's got no bonuses on it. So.
Okay. She. Looks up at the Raven and then over towards Eric as she kind of ushers you in.
as Red goes in, she's gonna try and drop. She's got a little. What's she got? She's gonna try and drop something. I'm trying to think what she's got. So they'll basically wedge into the door. So when it closes, it won't lock.
You have those iron tongs.
Got iron tongs, but I need iron
got
to
a
heat my
heat
metal.
behind you.
That's true. She shows you that picture then, like something to wedge the door open so then these guys don't have to knock
Like
it
yourself.
My eye patch, it's time.
down. Be useful.
Okay, on that each handle and over the thing. It's actually the perfect device. Genuinely.
That's what I'm going to do.
Sorry, what did you do?
So she's put the image into Hessia's head about dropping something into the door so when it closes it won't lock. So then these guys don't have to like try and knock it over.
So I need to get in behind you and then
You need to literally be like right behind me.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see this little lady with this leathery skin hanging. She looks quite frail. Just a hand goes on your shoulder. Relatively cold to the touch.
Yeah. It tries to keep her composure.
She brings you in. It's quite dark in here.
Have I managed to squeeze in as well?
Yeah. So there's no windows in this kind of bottom bit. There's only the door. as you make your way in, you can see a staircase leading up to the side. You can hear the creaking from upstairs. Oh, excuse me. Do not fear, little one. You are safe here. Give me a will save, please.
Me as well, or
Will
just
or wisdom?
Red?
That wisdom.
Wisdom.
12.
Okay. You trust this lady the way you would a good friend.
Oh dear.
While she's talking, I'm going to try and... So as we walked in, I'd have liked to try to catch like the edge of my cloak or something in the door to stop it shutting properly.
From what you can see of the door, it's just a simple latch, so it won't be...
It won't lock.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
As your eyes adjust to the inside here, as does your nostrils, unfortunately. You look around, it is filthy in here. Absolutely filthy. The smell changes. You've got that kind of sweet smell of the pasties with kind of like a sweet meat kind of smell to it. But as you step over the threshold, you can't help but kind of sniff in, when you like enter somewhere really cluttered and you think this is going to smell, you can't help but go. And as soon as you do, you wish you hadn't. You can see a barrel coming from the far side, and there's something very foul smelling inside it. That kind of rotten, gone off, horrible, meaty stench to it, which was, when you're outside, hidden by the sweet, pasty smell. As you look round, you can see a couple of small chicken coops, and then you can't help but look to the floor, where you see a variety of small bones.
I send Eric through the door window and the second floor.
You summon him forwards.
Do not be worried, little one.
There's something reassuring in her voice. It's not... she cares for you. She wants to protect you.
You'll be safe here with me. Mother knows best, after all. Where are your parents?
She's still like,
So sad, little one, so sad.
It's a very good actor.
What have we done?
You pissed off a halfling is what you did.
You can see a wooden trunk towards the back wall, and you can see the oven now. As you kind of look round, reassured, you don't feel the need to look at the floor. When you hear this woman's voice, there is something wrong with it. There is something completely off with her. Can you give me a stealth roll?
Oh, come on.
This hasn't treated me well tonight, this dice. 8.
Okay.
Say that.
I feel like I was a bit of it having bounced into another. I'm going to move these out the way.
Use the actual thing that we have.
Yeah, I think it was that roll. We should try that again with the map.
Pizza on it constantly.
No, we shouldn't have done that. We will go with the original one.
You think you hear a little sound sort of come from behind you.
Almost like a cough.
It's dusty in here, okay? It's dusty.
Now, I'm just cooking at the moment So I must get back to that. But I'll help you get back to your family afterwards.
Red goes and I'm guessing there's like chairs. No? Okay.
Not down here.
She is going to go and sit on the floor.
It can be a dangerous place in here. I don't want you to get hurt. You wouldn't want to get hurt, would you? And I can't watch you all of the time.
She's going to make me go in the cage.
So, get in the chicken coop.
Do I hear that as Eric?
Yeah.
Red,
Give me a will save.
oh god, come on. 11.
You think getting in the chicken coop would be a very good idea?
Yeah, guess I'm going in the chicken
You
coop.
think she makes a lot of sense. It will be the safest place. You won't get hurt. You can look round, and it does look like some people have been hurt in here because there's some blood on the floor.
Oh boy.
There's a couple of bones.
Well, how is this chicken coop, technically made?
I tell these two,
Is it a simple-ish lock?
go.
Asking out
now.
of interest.
There is a lock on it. So bear with me. We'll do it in character.
Okay.
Bear with me 2 seconds. So there is a lock on it. There's like a cage front to it as you take a closer look down here. It's sat in a corner and like a back bit to it, like an actual wooden coop, which could fit children in it.
Or a halfling.
So you tell us to go now?
So it's about to get
I'm gonna scout round to the door so that we're on the outside still, but we're right by the door.
Again, this raven makes this danger. How long does your invisibility last?
Until I cast a spell or attack someone.
There's no
Up to an hour.
Up to an hour.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, boy.
So we're okay.
Yeah.
Give you like a very gentle push on the back, as in like a
Do as she says.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, I was going to do
You don't
it
need
anyway.
that to help you on your
I was going to do that anyway. So yeah, she plops over to the chicken coop.
From your invisibility point, you can see her invoking spells. This little old lady.
God, okay.
She's very good. And I mean very good.
Yeah.
There's some serious power here.
Okay. I'm gonna
did you send the image of what they were to?
Yeah.
Give
To
me-
Hessia and to Gabriel.
Give me a knowledge arcane or knowledge nature.
Arcane's better for me. 14.
From the image that was sent, you think that she might be a night hag.
Okay. Good.
Which is?
Your knowledge of those is you are completely and utterly outclassed here.
Okay.
Completely.
Even with all 5 of us together.
Your knowledge of night hags, so they set up a group of night hags. They're very powerful spellcasters. So they have a coven, and if they're casting spells as a coven, they are nigh on impossible to resist.
Okay.
If they've got time to do it. They are hugely powerful.
Excellent.
Um,
Have fun in your cage.
if, like with all things,
Miscalculated.
if you could, they are spellcasters, so if you could get the jump on them, who knows?
If, for example, I was invisible, yeah.
Who's got my spear, by the way? Who's got my spear? Actually, a serious question. Who has my spear?
I guess you'd have it because you're inside with her, so you can give it to her if she.
No, what's this going to be a flinting spear?
No,
Red just sort of
any,
is it any object
anything
you've
the
got?
target is wearing or
Okay.
carrying is invisible as long as it stays on my person. So if I let it go, suddenly this spear
Suddenly a spear
will
just
be-
clatters on the floor.
Have I got your spear?
Guess so.
make
Red
sense.
just,
That's gonna make
Red
lots
just
of it
literally
harder.
sort of like chucked it to the side.
So I'm going to do
hoping
some one-handed lock picking on you now.
Going in the coop.
Yep. You get in the coop.
Presumably a wolf could get out of a chicken coop.
Do you go into the back or the front of the coop?
Staying near the front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can hear, as you do, coming from within the coop now, some very quiet crying.
Oh, crawl into the back.
Yeah, you kind of crawl into the small wooden bit. You'd no longer be able to see what is going on outside. Those outside, what do you do?
No, I'm just told these two that Jesus got inside a
Yep,
chicken.
you're getting ready.
We're at the door.
You're at the door.
Ready to break in if need be.
As soon as we get a signal.
Can Eric see anything on the second floor? Because I flew in through that.
Excuse me.
You can see on the second floor is another lady, very old, very wrinkled. She's gently sweeping the floor. Again, you can see some bones there as she's just moving them, and just like a small cloud of white dust. And she just seems to be gently kind of humming to herself. You can hear through the window. Give me a stealth for Eric.
15. I don't know if ravens have stealth or what. They're tiny.
Yeah, she's not actively looking for him, so she doesn't seem to look up as he just sort of perches on the windowsill. You can see in the centre the large millstone gently turning and grinding something.
Yeah.
As you can see, some of the bones
Let me guess the pastry is made out of bone.
have come to the side as she then sweeps them into her pan and then pours them back in and continues to grind them up as you hear it.
How loud is it up there? How loud is it with the millstone going?
Pretty loud.
Yeah. As you crawl into the back, you see a very small, scared little boy there. His sort of dark hair.
Do you recognise this little boy?
You do indeed.
Okay, cool. Does he recognise me? Because we did go over...
It's hard to tell.
Okay.
He kind of puts his hand to his lips.
Red nods.
Quiet. So quiet.
Just sort of crawls a little bit closer.
His robes and his clothes are the ones you saw him in the other night. They look a couple of days old. He looks like he's been crying for a long time.
Do I still trust this lady as well?
You think the safest place for you to be right now is inside the keep.
Okay. Okay, so I just think that we're safe in here.
And then once you've got in there, that impulse would have passed.
Okay.
But you still trust her as you would a friend.
Okay.
Oh, I've got that spell.
Well, she's gonna gently telepathically show him, because I'm guessing he's probably never had someone do that before. So very gently show pictures of these guys, but like looking very heroic, as if they're, about to, heroic poses, like great heroes in stories coming to help. Yeah, as such. The heroic poses. Yeah, so she shows him that very gently, very slowly.
What's Haggy up to now?
She clears up. It's just sort of sweeping as you see her moving around. Sorry, doing two things at once. You see her with this broom. You can see the ends of it are kind of slightly bloodied and red as she gently is sweeping the floor moving some of these bones, this kind of foul-smelling barrel from the corner. As she looks round.
You two stay in there for me. Remember, Nanny knows best.
You see, and you look over to the small boy as he just kind of nods to himself, and you see him mouth the words but say nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. And she starts to make her way slowly to the stairs in the corner, carrying a small bucket filled with bones and whatnot from the floor.
Can I try and pick the lock of the coop? So long as I'm touching stuff, it should be invisible, it says.
Okay.
So long as it's on my person, it's also invisible. So I should be able to invisibly get my thieves' tools out and try and open the lock with a spear tucked under one arm.
Give me another stealth roll, please.
Don't fuck it up.
Are you waiting for her to leave completely, or are you waiting for...
Is she heading for the stairs?
She's heading for the stairs.
I'd probably wait.
Can you knock on the door?
Oh!
Give me a stealth
and I
roll,
have gone around
please.
to the other sides of the thing, so we're
We're on either side of the door.
outside.
Outside. It's an inward opening.
I am trusting her to be focused on the door.
You get to the door before you knock, sorry?
Yeah, I've disguised myself as well.
Okay. Sorry, let me jump back in time a bit. So you're waiting for her to go upstairs?
Yeah, so like as she will be like first foot on the first step, that's when I'd go in.
So you cast Disguise Self on yourself? Gabriel?
Yeah.
What are you doing, sorry?
I'm going to use my my vocation to use Mask of Many Faces. I'm going to disguise myself as a shambled, like, mess of a man, quite matching, like, what I've seen Barovians wear, and basically knock on the door.
Okay. So as you get to the door, again, the raven looks to you and does this.
Yeah.
Its head, it looks annoyed with all of it.
What are you doing?
It's dangerous.
Irritated. Is it... Seriously, guys?
I'm like,
As
I
it gives
know.
you it. Okay.
I like it when they say crap.
You knock on the door.
Yeah.
As she makes her way over,
I'm still trying to pick the lock on this gate.
you see her
I wonder who that could be.
as she starts turning away from the stairs and makes her way over and slowly opens it a little bit and kind of looks out for a second and opens it.
Yes.
Hello, Mother. I'm looking for my daughter. She may have got lost in the woods.
No, we've not seen anyone here.
That's a shame, Mother. I had some other things to offer if anybody could find her.
Would you like a pasty?
Your pasties are really nice, Mother. I've had them before.
Just 1 gold.
1 gold. Do I have it?
Are you two just either side of the door? Scramble.
I'd pull out a like kind of ruffle in my pocket, like drop like bits of like stone and stuff.
Lint.
Like,
Tons of gold, but I've got
yeah, no, I've got a bit of gold, and I basically like go to hand of gold and like drop it, like just beforehand.
She'll...
Oh, it's okay. You get that. I'll get you a nice, fresh, hot pasty.
Am I? I'll pick it up.
She walks away and grabs the pasty, brings it back.
Eat it while it's warm.
Red is this point sort of like looking from the coop.
The small boy kind of grabs you and is pulling you back. And it's
Have I got open the coop yet?
like, give me a pick lock. Sorry, I didn't realise you'd started.
I would have been doing it whilst all this was going on.
It's not a terribly complicated.
So just a D20.
Yeah, D20 plus your proficiency bonus, so plus 2.
Plus 2. 8.
You're not bending them, but it's not clicking open.
I've still got a bloody spear under my twine.
Yeah. She'll take the coin off you.
I get the coin and then I take the pasty and
Eat
then
it now.
I'm so tired, Mother, and I accidentally drop it. Sleight of hand, I guess.
A deception? It would be a deception. A deception or
sleight of hand. A deception or sleight of hand. Actually.
Deception or sleight of hand.
Okay. And that would be a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's. Oh, you poor soul.
I've lost my daughter and now I've lost your beautiful pet.
we are so good at you're
having. What am I going to do?
You're such good actors.
I keep the floor nice and clean. That's fine to eat. It will help. Trust me. Granny knows best.
As she just looks at it and to you.
Just have a bite.
Charge?
The door is still. She's still behind. It would be hard to get to her.
Yeah.
She's not come outside, and the door is kind of like half open.
Okay.
As you two kind of look to each other.
That's got to be 6 seconds for you to try and pick the lock again, right?
Yeah, I would just keep trying with
that
the
would be
lock.
6 seconds to pick the lock.
You can keep attempting it.
Bloody same again.
Oh my god.
Let's try rolling it on
This dice worked really well for me before.
Yep. She motions for you to pick it up.
6 seconds. And like straining like that. I pick it up. As I pick it up, I go to put it to my mouth, and I command.
She puts a hand forwards to help.
I command Eric to swoop in and grab it.
Okay. While this has happened.
Carry on, Phil.
Oh my god!
I've got it.
Okay. While this has happened,
This is supposed to be serious.
I'm going to need you to give me a wisdom save for Eric.
Come on, Eric.
Come on, Eric.
I'm lucky.
That would be a 15.
Okay. You have been focusing on this and what's going on. As you command him, you get nothing back.
Oh god. Okay.
But you'd know that much.
Coming up soon.
As she helps. Just one bite. As
Is
she
her,
kind of helps
her
you.
hand is out?
It's kind of at the door.
Out the door. Is her hand is out the door helping him?
You would have not.
If he's standing outside the door, she's reaching out to help him. Her hand is outside the door.
And the door is right there, isn't it? And then you're behind it. Her hand is here.
Yeah.
The door is there.
Yeah.
Those two outside, when you're there, you two both give me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Am I out yet?
19.
You haven't unlocked the door yet.
I have got it.
19.
15.
Okay.
Oh, God, I need to pee so much.
You, as you look up to where Eric had perched to look in the first floor window, you can see the window is actually now slightly ajar. And you can see a hand slowly come out and grab him and pulls him in, and he makes no movement at all. He doesn't flutter, he doesn't squawk, he does absolutely nothing.
We both see this.
He makes, what did you get?
15.
Yeah, he makes no effort to resist this at all.
Wow.
So her hand is out?
Hands out.
It would be tight, I can understand what you're saying.
I want to grab her hand.
Yeah.
Would I be able to reach out and grab her hand?
Yeah, you could definitely. It'd be easier to come in with a weapon. You'd have to kind of
get around the door.
Around the door.
If you grabbed her and threw her
and pulled her out.
I am currently at a bent angle as well.
Yeah, so I could reach, grab the hand, and yank her.
Okay. Did you?
And I'm going to charge.
I've got 18 on the fourth attempt.
Okay. So this is all going to happen. It's all going to kick off.
Oh god! It's going to start with the click of the lock.
I'm ready.
I love this.
So as soon as you pull, I'm
grabbing her hand and pulling her out. And then you're going to crush her skull. And pull her out, kill her.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip her over me first.
And I'm going to go for the head.
We'll have to silently, and then this lock was going to click, and then carnage happens.
God, we're going to die.
But we're going to die in an awesome manner.
Very funny.
It's going to be hilarious.
You all might die.
This is supposed to be a really serious campaign. Bear that in mind.
So,
What have we done?
give me a athletics, which is the grab and pull.
Okay.
The old grab and pull.
Which is 16.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing her and I'm trying to yank her out.
And Gabriel's sort of in the way, bent down.
I'm going to try and as soon as
she
I
better
feel
do an
contact,
acrobatics
I'm
check.
literally just going to throw it over me.
These are wizards. They don't have much strength. They should be fine.
She's also a little old lady right now.
Yeah.
Also, it's daytime and she's a night hag. Maybe that will help.
Maybe.
I am hoping that will help.
Maybe she's a night hag with a K.
Oh, yeah.
Night hag.
Maybe she actually does have a lot of strength. She's in armor.
Oh god, it's taking him so long to calculate what we've fucking done.
We're just dead,
so
aren't we?
bad.
We're just we're
Drank so
instantly
much
dead.
water out of stress.
So, you reach in, surprise, grab her wrist, and pull her out as she shrieks. This time it's not this voice of a small lady that shrieks, but a more shrill, angry sort of hiss and scream and terror to it as she's pulled out. As this happens, you hear a as the lock clicks open. Can everyone give me initiative?
Jeez.
Initiative
16.
17.
Oh, wow. All around about the same.
17,
One for
sorry.
Eric.
9.
No?
17.
17.
You don't get proficiency.
Okay, so 17s.
Initiative.
16.
Yeah,
top
no
17.
bonuses.
15.
So
It's a dexterity bonus.
Yeah.
9.
Oh, yeah. Fucked it.
who got 16?
Me. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's here.
I'm overexcited.
There we go.
There's too much going on at once. I can't cope
I
anymore.
got 17, the same as.
Thank you.
as well.
17.
What did you get?
17.
9.
Nippy.
I'm slow. I bet I grabbed her.
Just did the thing.
Yeah.
Good job.
I've opened the cage. I've got an invisible spear. I'm ready to go. I can't use the invisible spear, but I've got it.
It's like, that Saturday Night Live newsreader and then the guy who's like telling them about a nightclub. So it's got everything. Invisible spears, night hags, children pasties, a small child in a box,
A halfling in a chicken
three
coop.
can of pasties. Halfling in a chicken coop.
I thought you would start of a joke. So there's a halfling in a chicken coop.
We're ruining his game.
Backflips.
Yeeting an old woman over your shoulder.
I'm so sorry.
This is far too much fun.
Do you want a new game team? Because we've ruined it.
You just wait for my plan.
It all started because you guys started arguing.
What's the weapon going to be? Well, I'm going to make it into a guillotine and I'm going to throw a head straight in it.
If I die, it was worth it.
Hassia,
Yes.
you're first. The knight, the little old lady, gets yanked out and ripped and pulled 5 feet through the door, past you, very quickly by you. She looks amazingly not worried.
No.
Gabriel,
Was that my turn?
you feel you're linked to Eric.
Go. Cool, so I know where the other hag is then, because of that.
Hessia and Gabriel, you two are first.
I am yanking you out of your chicken coop.
Yeah.
Give her her spear.
I'm
handing
going to
you your spear.
let go of the child and do sort of like...
Is it like a self, an auto-locking door on the chicken coop? It's a chicken coop.
It's a chicken coop with a very small lock on it. It's not anything really.
So we can lock the boy back in.
Why are we saving the boy?
We're safest in the chicken coop for now, I think.
Or legging it?
Yeah, legging it maybe.
Fine. Hessia has locked him back in the chicken coop. This is her logic.
Pick up the chicken coop and run with it. Is it invisible?
Don't you have to leave it open because
Technically, it
Ben
would
hasn't
be.
got out yet?
No, I've yanked her out and then closed the door again.
Okay.
As you do it, the raven who was outside is incredibly quick to react and is squawking very loudly indeed.
It's fucking dangerous.
And it's the similar kind of danger one, but very loudly a lot.
Yep.
Hessia, what are you going for? So
Eating her out the
So I've been pulled out.
You've been pulled out, that's your movement.
Closing the door again, just so that the boy is in there.
Giving her a spear.
As you pull her out, you would see. Did you know the little boy was in there?
Oh, that's the point. I didn't.
You would see the small boy.
Okay, in that case, I would have closed down the door.
But Red sort of let go of him and...
Yeah. And I'm handing over your spear, which has now become visible.
Yep.
Yay!
You've still got an action if you want to do anything.
Well, the second I attack or do anything, then I stop being invisible. No, I'm just going to follow Red, whatever Red does.
Okay. Gabriel?
So where's the old hag compared to me?
She is just behind you, 5 foot outside the door.
Is she prone?
Yeah, you would have chucked her to the floor.
Yeah, and put her down.
Sweet.
So she kind of lies backwards, head. You would have put her straight down, just like yanked her out, so she's head down. She just made this kind of yelp.
So that's advantage because she's on the floor. Mm-hmm. I am going to cast... Oh, I don't know about hags, do I? Do I know anything about hags?
Do you know she's a hag?
Yeah, because
She's a night hag.
I sent the picture.
Gabriel and Hessia are the only ones who know. We don't know. It was those two.
And then you told us.
yeah,
Yeah, because you whispered she's a hag to us.
Give me a d20, and I'll give you information about them
sweet.
from your monster hunting days.
Oh god, that's horrible. 4, probably not much.
Extremely powerful.
Yeah, no weaknesses that I know of. Cool. I will straight up bonus action, bring forth my spiritual weapon. And
So you're going to cast it?
I'm going to cast it. That's a bonus action. And then I'm going to hit her while she's on the floor with it.
Yep.
So a giant scythe has just appeared with a load of raven feathers hanging off of it.
So you can cast it as a bonus action or control it as a bonus
I can cast it as a bonus action.
Oh, nice.
So you create a floating spiritual weapon within range that lasts the duration or until you cast this spell again. It lasts for a minute.
You invoke this spell outside.
And then you get to a melee spell attack against that creature.
Nice. Yep, give me a roll to hit, please.
So it is advantage, isn't it? Will that be a 16 plus, that's my spell bonus?
Yeah, that'd be a hit.
And it does 1d8 plus
Does it count as
my...
magical attack or is it a normal damage?
It is a spell, a melee spell attack against it. As a bonus action, you can turn this weapon takes one. No, it's just
Okay, so it's just the actual weapon.
just this actual weapon.
Yep, give me some damage.
Or a spellcaster modifier, which is a 5. So I do 7 plus 5, 12 points of damage on that. And then I will then use as my normal action. Do I do that or that? I will use Eldritch Blast. Just a beam of energy will hit her. So, That's a crit fail. Thank God I have advantage. And that is a 8 plus 5, so 13.
No, not enough.
Okay.
The spell comes out, and you think it should have slammed straight into her. And as it does, it just seems to dissipate as it's approaching.
That's fun.
Cool. I'm going to invoke the Hawk Spirit Totem.
Mm-hmm.
So again, sort of muttering in Druidic, and this sort of hawk appears and hovering above everyone, sort of made up of like leaves and feathers and stuff. Not quite there, but the shape is there. So that means that everybody gets advantage on wisdom checks, and you can use a reaction to gain advantage on attacks. So can I still cast after this?
I think that's a bonus action.
Is that bonus action, is it?
Yeah, we'll say it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I am going to... Well, how far... You've usually dragged me out of the cage, haven't you?
Literally
so I'm probably
just outside the cage.
I'm
How
gonna...
big is the inside of the...
Windmills aren't usually too big, so
They're quite small.
you should be able to.
About 20 to 25 foot across.
Okay, so I'll need to move towards the door then. Cool, I need to... So I've done the totem, and then I'm going to move towards the door where they all are.
Still got an action there.
Oh, have I still got an action? Oh, okay, so I've moved. I'm going to, if she's about 5 foot away from you... fuck it, let's go with an entangle.
That's an area effect.
That would be everybody.
But can't you?
Yeah,
get it in front?
it's an area.
It's
around.
So everyone,
true.
except you and me, would get entangled.
I was thinking if I could get it in front, but it says it's square.
Fair though,
not,
she is prone, so it would keep her to the floor.
Yeah, but
but
then
it's a
weird.
20 foot, it's 20 foot square.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like 20 foot in that direction.
Yeah.
It's
And then we take the chicken coop
square.
and we run.
So, I'm going to do a cheeky little poison spray, which is a cantrip.
Yeah.
So, roll to hit.
Cheeky little
That's right.
That's a 7? Yeah.
Plus
No.
your spell.
Oh, plus my... Oh, well.
Spell modifier.
Spell modifier, it says 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
What's it against? Is it against its AC? It's...
It just is... the creature must make a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
So you
You don't even need to roll.
Oh, do I not? Oh, okay.
No, it's just got to be... He's just
Never mind.
Save
Well,
against-
Constitution saving throw for her.
So what did you hit it with?
So, poison spray, so she needs to do a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And if she
That's against your
fails...
spell modifier.
Against my spell modifier.
Well, your spell...
My spell save DC is 13.
Okay. No, you think you get it?
Cool. 1d12 poison damage. That's a 1. Mildly irritating.
You not re-roll ones on...
Oh, I can reroll a 1. Aha!
Is it all ones? Or
I can reroll a 1.
Or is it just ones on ability checks?
Let me double check. It just says lucky reroll 1s.
Yeah, we'll give you a reroll then. I'll double check it.
Double check. I can't remember if it... that's all I noted down. I won again!
It was meant to be.
My eye is slightly irritated.
Is she poisoned for a round, is she?
No, it just says she takes damage.
You invoke, and it spins into her. Constance.
Yes.
She's prone.
I am going to cast Hunter's Mark, which is a bonus action. I just do the usual hit my weapon against the shield. I've got the silver sword out, and by the power of Grayskull, vengeance.
Adventure!
And fucking Seahawk. And attack with my main action then with that. So with Hunter's Mark, I choose a quarry I can see within range, mystically mark it as my quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. And you have an advantage on any wisdom or wisdom perception or wisdom survival check you make to find it. So can I will attack?
There's no save against that?
You get advantage on attack as well.
No save. Just is a thing that I've done.
You get advantage.
I've got advantage because you got
Advantage because you got your hawk spirit.
and she's prone. 14, 19.
Yeah, it's a hit.
So with silver sword, it's 1d6 plus 5. That's just 6 points of
Then you
damage.
get rolled again for your
And
hunter's
then
mark.
my hunter's mark. So 3. So that's 9 points of damage.
And it's a silver sword as well.
And it's a silver sword.
Ooh, nice.
I'm going to use some of your water.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you.
The sword seems to dig in deeper than you've seen the other weapons connect with her. And you hit her with a relatively solid poof as she sort of clumps to the floor. As you all sort of pounce on her very quickly, her kind of immediate kind of shriek as you, for a second, think that she's just this old lady. Changes from a as she starts to push herself up, as you see her skin on her arms starts to change colour to this deep purple. Her hair changes to this oily mess as her head turns slowly round at an unnatural angle, further than it should be able to, as you hear the bones clicking in it. As she pushes herself up from the floor quicker than you thought possible. As it is, as she turns, you can see these elongated fingers, these blood-red eyes, this long nose coming out. There are a couple of warts on her face, these raggedy old leathery robes. You can see the belt on her with a black pouch hanging from it. Something red round her neck with a deep red pulse of magic coming from it. As her eyes fix on you. Mother knows best. As she launches herself at you, Gabriel, as her hand snakes out lightning fast, and her finger just scratches you on the cheek before you've had time to react. Give me a saving throw, please. A wisdom saving throw.
You get advantage on it.
Oh, you can use your reaction to take advantage.
13 or...
No, they get advantage on wisdom checks anyway.
Oh, right, yeah.
So-
A wisdom save, not a wisdom check. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Wisdom checks.
19.
Abilities checks and spell.
Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Hawk.
Thank you, Hawk.
Is it wisdom checks or wisdom saves?
It says
Wisdom
advance on wisdom checks, use reaction to gain advantage on attack.
So not saves.
Okay. I think that might only be like perception checks rather than the save. So unless anything else has given you wisdom advantage,
No.
Don't think, no.
sorry. Let me
Alright.
just double check it because that's a relative important save. What's it called? Shepherd, isn't it?
Yeah, Circle of Shepherd.
The hawk.
Wait, in fact, Johnny had sent those
Oh, yeah.
to the group. Was it to the group or was it to me directly?
To you, possibly. I'll check the
I'll
group.
have it on here. I've got it. Sorry to interrupt the combat.
Hawk Spirit.
Fine, we will need to see if we die now or later.
Wisdom perception checks.
Yeah. No, so that wouldn't give you
Okay.
advantage.
Okay. So do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, since we... Yeah.
No, that would be a 4, 5, 6. Is it damage?
You're just instantly dead.
That would be powerful if it was.
You might be. I can just run away. I'll never know.
So this scratch just comes across your cheek. Just this nail whips out lightning fast. You can give me an arcane, knowledge arcane. Anyone who's got knowledge arcane to know what spell she's just cast.
Nope.
No, that'll be a 5.
18.
You hear, just as she does, she's just a few words of power in Abyssal.
Oh, I recognise the words.
But yeah, what did you roll in your...
I only rolled a 5, but I know the words. So I know Abyssal.
They're words of power and strength as it snakes out, as she puts a curse on you. So you now have disadvantage on all wisdom saves.
That's fine.
You've got to take a wisdom save at the start of your turn.
Okay, and I've got disadvantage on it.
Which you have disadvantage on.
Okay.
So you know she's done bestow curse. Hessia.
Okay.
Sisters!
As you hear this cackle, as this answer from upstairs. Yes! As you hear noise from upstairs. Jakul, it is your turn. Give me knowledge, religion.
Okay. I'm not very knowledgeable about religion. I got a critical fail 1.
You know very little to nothing about these. But seeing her move...
She's evil.
She's a whole world evil.
I know she's evil. That's all that matters. I'm going to... I'm just going to swing my mace down on her. Try and smack her head.
You give me a roll to hit. Normal.
A critical fail again.
God. Wow. These guys
You
work
can
for
use
us
your
last
reaction.
Oh yes, I will use my
advantage.
reaction to use the advantage on attack rolls from the Hawk Spirit.
Thanks, Hawk Spirit.
Let me read it again, sorry.
It is on attack rolls. You can use your reaction. So I'm using my reaction.
To get advantage.
Grant advantage. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, there we go. 20.
Yeah, that's a hit. Give me some damage.
Come on, damage.
That's not going to be much. Oh, 9.
Ooh, crit.
Right in the face.
Crit.
I don't get my proficiency bonus added onto damage, do I? It's just onto the attack, not on damage.
I think so.
No, it's just on. It's just
Plus
on
your
the attack.
strength mod.
Yeah, that was the...
Or dexterity if it's finesse weapon.
Is that as good a hit as you can do?
That's as good a hit as I can do.
Yeah.
9.
You step forwards and you start to slip. Your foot going beneath you. You kind of, the hawk, whatever noise hawks make, as you
Thank you, Hawk.
you sort of spin your weight around and you lump her in the face.
Oh.
As clean a shot as you have ever done on anyone. As it whacks in. And you're thinking, that's one down. That's one over. Finished.
Oh, no.
As you remove it, and there's barely any blood coming out of her nose. Those to the side, she just takes it. It just... And she just doesn't rock her, doesn't move
Why
her.
did you close the cage again?
Constance, you being this close, seeing the difference between the damage that your sword did compared to that, you've seen Jakul as strong, and that was as clean a hit as you have seen, and she didn't even rock.
Resistant to physical, I would say.
Hessia, you can hear sound of footsteps coming in upstairs. There's definitely one more on that floor. And from the crackling, it sounded like one was the floor above that.
I think are they coming towards us, like down the
Most
stairs?
definitely.
I'm going to move to the staircase because I'm still invisible and try and trip them up so they fall down the stairs.
Okay.
To be fair, anything you hold is invisible, so you can just literally hold something
I can
out.
stand there like that.
Yeah. You get there, you try and... Gabriel, your turn.
I love it.
So
I love
you
it.
Hold the
I've got to
stairs.
take a wisdom save, yeah? But
yeah.
at the start
With
of my turn,
disadvantage.
with disadvantage.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a 4. It is a 4.
You stand there completely dumbfounded of how quick she has just moved. of just seeing this hit her in the face as you think about moving, and her eyes just lock with yours for a second as she kind of smiles with these pointed teeth and this greasy hair coming down over her face. And you're just frozen.
Oh, I'm frozen. Damn it. I'll be stuck here for a while then.
Red.
Oh boy. Whereabouts is she now?
She is just
She's
outside
still
the
sort
door.
of in front of us.
Yeah. Gabriel has kind of turned to face her, has sort of stood in the doorway-ish.
Okay. Well, I would have seen his hit as well. Not really do much. We'll go with another poison spray. Why not?
Yep.
So yeah, invoking more some druidic. She just needs to do a Constitution save against 13.
Yeah, give me some damage, please.
11.
Ooh, nice.
And it's like gaseous, I think. Yeah, it's a noxious gas that comes out of the palm.
As you invoke it and it slams into her, that definitely got some anger from her for sure.
No one likes noxious gas.
Constance, she looks, you've wailed on her for basically an entire turn.
Yeah.
And she looks pretty fresh.
Right. I can try again.
Advantage.
No, it's fine.
Oh, so
You can roll advantage anyway.
But then, like,
You can
there's
do
no
more
reaction.
Yeah, you could save your reaction if you want.
You can save your reaction.
Is it 18?
Well, it's
Or is it just +3?
+3 +2, so yeah, 18.
Yeah, 18. 18.
Johnny, you feel the spell weighing on you a little bit,
Yeah.
but it doesn't drop.
Okay.
18, so that,
That's a hit.
yep. 5 + 5, so 10 points of damage.
That's another-
Plus my other one, which is a 2. So 12 points. With
the silver.
With the silver sword, yeah.
She's bleeding. You've definitely bloodied her.
crap, she's still alive.
You got any magic over there, Mr. Cleric, that deals with
bit.
evil stuff?
I do.
See, if only I had several seeds of moonseed plant and a piece of opalescent feldspar. If only.
We need to go to some sort of arcane shop, don't we?
We do.
I'll just go digging.
Mostly what I need is holy water.
And I was coming out
blood.
if I fucking get a chance to move again.
I mean, we're all going to die here, so that's pretty moot.
Yeah, I mean, we're barely touching this one.
No,
What
it's
time do
bleeding
people
now.
need to finish by? 'Cause it's just 10 o'clock now.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
we-
locked out of my house.
How long? 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah, because last time when I got back, they put the latch down on the door.
Oh, really?
I was like,
Okay. We'll do 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe one more round.
yeah,
I remember good.
that's cool. I'm pretty sure you're also dying to go to the toilet as well.
I am.
Sorry.
But it's alright. I'm too stressed. What would be nice is if in D&D there were save points.
Yeah.
This time,
I wish.
when she calls for her sisters, the voice has changed. There's a bit more urgency to it. Sisters! What's she gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Death ray. Instant death.
I'm ready
Did
with
she
the
keep the
tripwire.
concentration of the curse?
Yeah, she took some damage, some serious damage there. Concentration check.
This is what she does. That's what you felt it. Wearing slightly. She's in combat. She's just going to wail on you.
Fantastic.
Come on, defend yourself. She's hit.
I will use my reaction. Any creature that causes damage on you gets hellish rebuke.
Oh, yes.
Oh, hellish
I
rebuke.
have this. I haven't been able to use it yet.
Can you do a reaction when you're cursed?
Yep. I'm sure I
Take
can.
14 points of damage.
Oh,
That's fine. I am on 10 points.
You've still got enough to do a hellish rebuke.
And I will do a hellish rebuke.
Give me some. She has to save against it.
The creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
No.
If it.
You've got it.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh, there you go.
She takes 3d10 worth of damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because I'm at 11.
Come on, 10s.
Oh, wait a second. Sorry. No, she saves.
Oh, damn it.
What against
So you
15?
get half, you can still do it, but it's just half as much damage.
That's half as much damage.
19.
So yeah, it does half damage. So
3d10. You want another d10?
yeah, if you got it.
No, sorry, it's 17, not 19.
no,
17.
Yeah, it's
Dexterity, not strength save, wasn't it?
yeah, dex save.
Yeah.
It's like the side.
I'm
Down.
that one.
So what do you say?
I basically. It doesn't say anything. I think it's just.
It's a
It's a reaction.
It's reaction. So
So I need a hellish rebuke from you.
yeah, I say in Abyssal. My queen is going to hurt you more than you hurt me.
Oh.
My mum's bigger than your mum.
Give me some damage.
And that is a 10, a 9, and a 4. So 23 divided by 2. So 11 points of damage of fire damage.
Okay.
What do me?
I'm a bit bloody, by the way.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to come downstairs. Looks very similar. Starts making her way downstairs pretty quick after hearing the distant difference. And what are you going to try and do?
Grab her by the ankles.
Knock
You're going
her
to try
downstairs.
and trip her
Yeah.
with a...
With me.
You're trying to wrap your tail around her leg and just put under like a bear.
Yeah, like using my tail as a tripwire, like.
It would be an athletics roll and you'll get advantage on it versus her athletics. I guess. See how well you do.
Athletics with advantage.
It'll be like a dex saving
This would
throw,
be
right?
this will bring you out of invisibility.
It's worth it.
It is worth it, but she goes falling down the stairs into the chicken coop straight up.
Right, advantage on athletics, come on. Let's hope it's better than that. Have I got a... No. Okay. 12.
Okay.
She's going to have disadvantage.
Let me have this. That's rolling.
You reach out
My tail.
and go to grab her leg and try and pull it away. At start, you get her, but she readjusts her body exceptionally quickly. She is freakishly strong. What's your strength?
Me.
No, I won't do that, sorry. She is freakishly strong.
Okay.
As you
my goodness.
find you're now sort of stood there with your hand sort of on her ankle as she looks at you with these red piercing eyes.
Well, it's been fun.
Hello, sweetie. Just the tongue comes out and a single lick goes across it.
And I go sailing into the chicken.
She's going to do the same curse trick. She's going to try, you hear muttering, and again she reaches out and the hand flicks out and tries to get you across the cheek. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
This isn't what I get +1 on, is it?
No.
No.
Not going by
Minus one.
So
Well,
that'd be
I have +1
so
for
that
my
would
cloak,
be
so 0.
advantage on anyone trying to sneak around you or anything like that.
No, she's got me.
What did you get?
3.
Okay. Again, she mutters this curse in abyssal under her breath. Sionte. And it just, this claw comes out.
You know what? It was worth a try.
You hear from inside to the side of you this happen, and you hear the sound of another one
Oh, God.
making its way down. Or her way down.
Whose turn is it?
Hessia, give me a wisdom throw, please.
I didn't get a turn this turn.
Oh, sorry, Jackal. Sorry. Your turn, Jackal. Your eyes can't believe what you're just seeing as you've just... And I'm pretty bloody.
You have an early turn, don't you? You're fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
In character, you wouldn't know.
No, sorry. No. Okay. I'm going to. Okay, I'll take a step back. I'll reach down and kind of touch the holy mirror on my belt, and I'll kind of reach out and kind of pat you on slap you on the back, and I'll mutter a spell for protection from evil.
Cool.
So you are any evil creatures will get a disadvantage on attack rolls, and you can't be charmed, frightened, possessed by evil creatures. So
You're cursed.
you're cursed, a different one. Okay.
Yep. You feel this reassurance
Different
fill
thing.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Hessia.
So what do I need to do? Is that wisdom?
Wisdom.
Yeah. Crit.
And roll again.
Got disadvantage.
13, yeah.
You stand there, dumbfounded by what's just happened, unable to... Let me just double check that.
Just me on my own with two of them on a staircase.
Not on your own. You've got a small halfling.
I mean, I'm sort of in the doorway.
And a child in the cage.
13 or 14?
13. Oh, damn. 14. I said 14.
You got anything to add to it?
Yeah, I have a -1 and a +1, so they cancel each other out. So it's
You kind of shake your head for a second, but she's got you.
curses.
Okay, Bill, you feel protected from evil. You feel completely outclassed here.
Yeah.
You can hear from behind you, two more coming, one directly behind you.
How am I still cursed?
Isn't my gun before yours?
Yeah.
We go together.
We go together. We go together.
Yeah. So first of all, give me a
Wisdom.
wisdom. I'll give you. That will remove the disadvantage. So I'll give you a straight roll on it.
No.
The curse, well and truly.
Oh, hang on. I'll use my reaction to reroll because of the hawk.
No, it's only
That's
on
attack
attack.
rolls.
That's only on attacks.
Attacks.
We've got so many.
Red.
Well, I'm dead.
You look around, and it's not looking good.
No. You didn't reel up the cage, did you?
She closed
Yeah,
it.
I closed
You
the door.
closed it.
Depends whether it auto locks.
No, it is a small.
Okay,
So-
well, the hag is looking at you.
Get that kid out of there.
You're more kind of stood there, just dumbfounded.
Oh, okay, not frozen.
I'm going to run back to the cage,
Get in it.
grab the kid by the scruff,
Yeah. So about
And
5-10 foot there, 5-10
yank
foot
him
back.
out of that door, and I'm gonna project to who's the most sensible one here, Constance. Just there's no death, just pictures of all of us dead on the floor.
Okay.
So Red's gonna go in and whatever this kid is gonna do, cry, scream, whatever, grab him by the scruff and just pull and just get him out.
He will try to resist you, but feebly.
She's got big, long nails as well, so...
He sees what is going on and just freaks out.
Come with me.
At this, so you will be able to double move.
Yeah.
So, one will definitely get an attackable opportunity. Both will get attackable opportunities on you, sorry. Because one's pretty much in the doorway and one's on the stairs near the door. No, you can avoid the one on the stairs and you can't avoid the one on the doorway because it is facing you as well. So that's going to get an attack on you.
Okay.
What is your AC?
My AC is 15.
17.
15, mine.
14 points of damage. This clawed hand.
10. So does that mean the one in the doorway is now looking at Red?
Yeah.
As you kind of dart past, hand sort of reaches out, so you would have advantage on.
She can get an attack of opportunity while she's surrounded by 3 other people. Wow.
Because you're dodging past.
Okay.
And she's in the doorway as well, so I'm pretty much going
Fair, you all should be getting
right
advantage
next
on
to
it.
her.
You'd all have natural disadvantage, so it's my mistake. Because you've got her well and truly flanked.
Yeah.
Okay.
But one of the people who stood there totally dumbfounded, so pretty much only you two would have advantage. Sorry, that was my fault.
Okay.
But yet you get past her and you make it about 20 foot down the road.
Cool.
No, about 10 foot down the road.
About 10 foot, yeah. So she'll, not full pelt, she's sort of like constantly looking back, sort of looking and going,
Let's see who's inside.
Just along the stairs thing, like.
Give me
She's invisible, it's fine.
No, not anymore because
It's fine. She's invisible. She's back there invisible. Everything's alright.
Yeah, you get sort of
7 reappeared.
Constance, your turn.
I have advantage on her currently.
You do indeed.
I'll
have
fucking
advantage.
smash her then. Vengeance! Good thing I've got advantage.
No, it's not.
I've got the same thing too.
Can you double advantage with the hawk thing? Continue rolling forever.
Good. Not good. Every time I roll it, I get a 2.
Tied to chaos.
As you attack, you wail in as she ducks and dives. As your combat is quite fluid, it's not just one blast. As she dodging and low to the ground and moving round and claws jumping from side to side. But you can't land anything. Jakul, your turn. Yeah. We'll end it after this round of combat. It's Jakul and her last.
Okay.
I did healing more than anything, I think. It's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, okay.
Did I skip you, Gabriel?
No, you went straight off.
No, I failed
sorry.
the curse.
As did I.
Okay, I'm gonna I'll cure wounds on him then, and on Gabriel.
What is cure wounds? Is it a bonus action?
Give me
or is
the.
it
You invoke.
It's an action.
It's an action.
It's mad.
Yeah. It's 1d8. So I'll say the word, like a small prayer to Soon, and kind of give him a touch, and it's 1d8. 8 heal, 8 health back to you.
This warm, reassuringly strong hand touches you on the shoulder. You feel warm energy flood through your body. I'll do their turn and then we'll call it.
No, my maximum is 24.
Cassia, what's your AC, please?
12.
That's a hit.
I said 21 on
15 points of damage.
Jesus.
As you kind of stand there, as this hand reaches and claws you just gently across the first one, which curses you as you look round. So your eyes kind of come back to her. You failed, didn't you?
Yeah.
As you just kind of stand there completely dumbfounded about what's happened, as she just eyes you up for a second. As both hands just reach and just slam into your face as these two clawed fingers, as you open your eyes, as you look through, as you see dripping down through the blood, just her face close to yours, as her tongue again just licks out and goes across her cheeks, and again kind of goes to that unnatural angle as she smiles at you. One's going to attack you.
Disadvantage.
Pardon?
Got disadvantage.
Yeah, protection from evil.
Motherfuckers. As she, again, this big grin on her face, they seem to be enjoying the combat.
Yeah.
That's somebody.
Reaches out to attack you. So you shake your head and clear your vision, and just butt your head so that you feel this clawed hand go across, and then another, as you just instantly drop down as you come up to face her, as she again drops into this kind of fighting stance. She looks irritated. She's definitely bloodied, but she's missed you.
How close was she to me then?
Pardon?
What?
She was close.
Would you allow me to do a sleight of hand?
Pardon?
You're going to go for the pouch, aren't you?
No, I'm going to go for the necklace.
Oh, I thought you were going for the pouch.
Probably not. For your action, not for your reaction.
Yeah,
to
that's
it, yeah. as you look up and catch your breath in the combat, Ismark and Irina. Irina, leading the way, has drawn her sword, and their small buckler shield is charging forward to come and help, and Ismark is about 10 foot behind her.
Well done, team. Fucking hell, Ismark.
And we'll leave it there.
Great.